Welcome back, folks, to Pigs TV, where we look at another bar video of FFA. So let's go through the commanders, shall we? We'll go Destromech, and on the other opposite side, we've got NT Guardian, and then we've got Aristist, Icaristist. Sorry if I butchered your name, my friend. I do apologise. And we've got the famous Apex. So if we actually take while we're waiting for these to actually get going, we take him on his own. He is higher than all these other three put together. So we're going to expect some shenanigans from him, I assume. It's a strange map because most of them, I would assume, they'll try and run around here. I would have thought of the opposites, but if you can take the centre, I would assume that this would be the best for this sort of map. I have played it a few times, but it's not really a map that I would say I'm greatly fond of. And it's Cirolata. Cirolata is the map. Again, apologies if I butchered that name. I was trying to pronounce it before I even started the video, and I was thinking, well, this is a bit difficult. So what have we got? Normal stuff. Cortex. Pretty wind. What are we doing? We're not too bad on wind, so he's going to stick with the wind. So pretty standard there. Pretty standard. It's gone for a couple of solos, which could be questionable, but he's pumping some stuff out. He's pumping some grave robbers. I was trying to think because they're the Cortex version to the Resbot. I was thinking, no. Or what's it called? So sometimes I have to select them because I can never remember because I'm not a Cortex player. So anyway, so let's see the other players. We'll move up there. So it is an Armada. I can tell by the bot lab. Pumping some. They're all relatively doing the same sort of thing. A couple of them are doing solos, and they're just basically sort of getting a handle on it, if you like, at the moment. And Gardens, well, he's doing something different. So he's gone for energy storage, which is not a bad idea in that respect, I suppose. Some people would favour not doing that because obviously you could get more bots out. He's an Armada as well. So we've got two Armadas at the top and two at the bottom. So it's a sort of an even, if you like. I suppose it is also because there's no team. I suppose you've got to also imagine that something's going to come this way. Never mind what I originally said like this. So it's a difficult one. So you really need to, suppose, in some respects, protect this side and protect some of this side. Probably be quite nice to get another radar somewhere on these little points here, so you can actually see quite far out. I suppose in some respects it's a bit of an odd map in that way. I mean, you could put one there, but it's, where do you really want to, how far do you want to go? Because obviously if you're doing radars and things like that, then you're not building bots. He's getting a lot of metal, so he's not doing too bad. They're all, although I'm quite strange that Apex is doing definitely a different strategy. Because you would have thought he would have got these by now, but he's not. Like I said, he's the one we have to keep an eye on because he's got he's been playing this a long time. He's incredibly high. He's in the top 1% of this game on FFA or maybe the others. But I don't know what he is in 1v1. I haven't seen him that often. Maybe it's just unlucky that I haven't seen him because I haven't watched when he's been playing, so you never know. Ticks, he's got a lot of ticks there, but that's fine. But he's just stuck there with them. That's the thing. If you're going to stand there with them, then what's the point? You're not doing anything with them. By now, if nobody's got a defence, he's obviously done some waypoints and defending. Yeah, I can see what he's doing. He's defending this area, which is basically defending. Very clever of where to do it. But then that's his experience. If you look at any of the others, they're not doing that. They're running out But he's not actually defending this part. So you wait till Apex gets enough. It's one of these ones that they're sat there at the moment. So what has he got in? He's a bit low in wind at the moment. Probably needed a bit more. Well, wind's very low at the moment anyway. So building these will absolutely cripple his. Oh, we got to fight. We got to fight. Where are we? Where are we? There was a fight, but I don't know where. He was probably down here somewhere. Sorry about that. Not a professional caster. Still practicing, still getting used to it. So he's got a res bot out. He'll probably be resing, yeah, getting these for some energy. So that makes sense. Yep, get him around the back. This is good play at the back. Quite surprised he sent the commander and not a couple of constructors. It's a wonder nobody's utilised this yet. If you could get a shipyard on there, let's say, you could put some ships down there. That would devastate your opponent. Although saying that, though, you can't really fire a vast amount away from getting down here. But I suppose you could do some amphibious tanks. That would work quite well. That would be something they wouldn't be expecting. Yeah, so he's going for the shipyard. So he's even got the same idea. I don't know. How are we doing? Right. It's now starting to kick off. So we've got the maces versus the grunts. The mace is slower than the grunt, but it is more powerful. He's pushed that back. He's very far forward. Doesn't obviously realise who he's got there. But Apex is just sat there. He's just chilling. Now, he's either going to do two things. He's either going to get enough army and then send them out in the two directions, and hopefully by that time take out. Yeah, so that was a mace, but more beats less. Always in this game, more beats less. Unless, you know, you've got an army that's quite more powerful, and then that might be the question. He's not noticed the Geo yet at all. Them pawns will get obliterated. What's the point, my friend? I can see what you're trying to do. Centurion will take out the guns quite well. So that's okay. The bottom two haven't met each other yet, so they're just having a little ding-dong with each other. So now yellow's still going. He is getting a little large. I don't control the text, I'm afraid, so they can say what they want. Apex, I'm very surprised he's not actually done anything. He's just sitting there. You know for a fact he's got to do something. This is the problem. They should not be leaving him alone. How are we doing with his shipyard? What's he actually doing? He's not doing much at the moment. He's not got anything up there. Building some converters. Fine. Grunts are moving round. So they're trying to... yeah, he's got a few lasers. If they can get into this back here... The thing is, if they can get around there without them lasers, the lasers cannot fire over the wind. So they're useless then. The Centurions should do quite well against these. Probably take most of them out. Yeah. Ooh, yes. So he's basically stabilised. He's giving him a bit of metal, so he really wants a constructor over there. He's going to get that metal back. Nobody else is doing anything. We've got some bombers coming. How many bombers has he got? 8. That should be enough. There will be no... This could actually do quite well against our friend here as well. He's not done anything at the moment. He's basically turtling. I'm really surprised. I do like his strategy with them. He's protecting all three. This is not going to get through. But when he pulls the trigger, though, because he's just been left alone, it'll be devastating against the other people for a start off, other players. Unless these bombers can do something. Well, that's a questionable. He's not going to be expecting air, that's for certain. And I wouldn't expect air by now. But I'd like to send some sort of scout out to see what was going on. Like, now we start to see the air. Now it's a panic time. Well, that's going to take that out. Is it? Yep, that's out. He needs to... it's devastating. I think our yellow's in deep trouble. In fact, everybody else on the map should be hearing that, so they should know that it's some sort of bombers and air. Ooh, that was close. That was very close. I thought it would actually take out his mouth. So as Apex know, he's still not done anything. Unless it's far enough away. So he's just decided to kill him quick. Well, no, he's not. Yeah, he's pulling the trigger and thinking, well, I'm gonna... Very clever. Shuriken, they'll just EMP everything, so he's not going nowhere. He knew that was gonna happen. Really nice play. So he's now sending the bombers over. Now let's see what I mean. They could hear what he was doing, but is that enough? Maybe not. Yeah, you needed a few more. Certainly a few more bits of air, my friend. So that's it. Air's like questionable now. Now he's stopped because they're going to have a defense up. Apart from Apex has got absolutely nothing. He's just building grunts like a madman. It's incredibly unusual. I thought he would have pulled the trigger, but no. So that's our first one out. So that's a Guardian now. So we're back down to is Apex? Is this why he's gone? Has he he must have disconnected. That's why he's sat there. He's still in the game, but not with nothing. Well, that's really weird. No wonder that I didn't notice that it was down to 2. So this should be our... I have no idea what country that is from. No, it's not Canadian for a start off, so... don't know. Never seen that one before. I don't think it's Chinese. This strange game. Apex must have basically gone out. He must have disconnected in the game somehow, and he's just doing it. So this will be good. And that's all he's building. He's building his grunts. So we've got a bit of a lull. No triggers pulled. It's pawns. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I assume that he's going to take more of this map, because the blue Distramec is just sat there. I mean, he must realise that there's only 2 players left, unless he can see Apex, but he doesn't realise, because obviously, like when we look, we can see there's only 2. Building some defence with Icarus. Yeah, I think that's probably I finally pronounced it correctly. Again, if I butchered the name, my apologies. It's T2 anyway, so he's already gone to the T2, which is the bot lab. It's not a vehicle lab, no. It's so what's he going for? Fiends? Looks like a fiend to me. Yep, fiend. Thought he might have gone for the Sheldon. And the alternative is the sharpshooter. Now he is still on T1, but he's got the advanced. That looks like the advanced geo. Yeah, it's the advanced geo. big jail. That pulls in so much energy, that. So he's doing pretty well on the old energy situation, but I'm quite surprised. Yeah, see, now we go. Now he's setting himself up with the thugs and grunts. Now, what's he going to do? Is he going to send the shuriken in to disable maybe some of this defense? Dragon Claw. They pop up electric turrets. What's that? Oh, he's getting the bull, the pit bull. So that's what that is. That's a T2. It's really good. It's slowish, but it will do damage, massive damage to these. It'll take out quite a bit of that. Well, that's probably not enough of them. The Dragon Claw's pretty good. That's about all he's got. He's got no other defense there, but he's not building that now. That's the problem. He needs to be building that now. Like I said, Apex is doing nothing because he's not even in the game. He's getting a radar. Oh, is it? No, the Twin Guard. Sorry. Thought that was a radar there. My apologies. He's still got his fighters. Don't worry, my friend. He's got no fighters or anything. So you're building them for not much use, to be honest. He's got such a load of... I always find they don't put the repeat on. If you're going to 65, why don't you just put the repeat on? And just do one. Because if you want to cancel it, you've got to mess about then, but he knows what he's doing. Icarus. Yes, Icarus. I'll have to keep an eye on some of these players for in the future. Because obviously, as we're doing more of these, we'll start to get to know the players themselves and see how they play. But I've never met these two. Obviously, with Apex, I've actually played against Apex myself. And I was right next to him. It's on the channel. And he left me alone for ages. And I think I was sort of like second to last player that got killed. I think Wanira took care of some of that day. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing happening. He's left the game. Either he's disconnected him somehow and he's just still running. So because he's disconnected, it's just constantly building. So it must have been really early on that he disconnected. This army's getting absolutely... It's going to get absolutely trashed when he runs. Turtling is just... Especially when you know that you're the player that's... He's obviously not turtling himself, so... He's got a lot of energy, but he's not doing anything with it. He must have got to T2 by now. He's got the... See, it's alright having the advanced fusion, but look how long that takes. You might as well do a few fusions. Do a couple of fusions and then do one, but eat them fusions up to pay for the advance. It's so much quicker. You're probably talking about 25 to 50% quicker. Because a fusion only takes like a quarter of what the advance does. Here we go. Now he's just going to absolutely mortal this stuff. Let's see how long it takes him to get through this. He's getting close. Disromator is running. He's running for his life. He knows that he's on a timer. He's not going to do anything against them. It's basically he's playing with his food now. He's lost quite a bit though. He's not pulled that. I thought he would have pulled this side out. No. Are you going to give in? Is it GG? It should be GG. But he's not giving up yet. I must admit, I'm not a huge fan of GG. It's surprising that... I know you should be able to come there. See, there you go. So there's the pit bull. it does some serious damage. You need a few though to be able to ward off. Yes, my friend, you just decided to sit there and do not a lot. So that was disappointing that Apex wasn't in the game. You've got a shipyard, but doing nothing with it. So it's basically naval energy. Why have you got naval energy? I suppose he hasn't got the titles. They're pretty good, so they'll do 20 all day. That's pretty what maybe somebody should have gone straight into the water. Then you got a guaranteed 20, which are less than the solar, I do believe. They cost 20 energy, and the tidal costs. Where was the tidal? There we go. Yeah, so it's slightly. It's about half the cost, as far as I can tell. It was a quick guess. It was a quick guess, I must admit. Yeah, Pitbull was so much, but you need more than that. You're not gonna. The trouble is, they can still run it. You see, it's still pretty fast. Don't get me wrong. But he's just biding his time here. I thought this was going to be a bit more, you know, a bit more into it than it actually is. But you can never really tell with these games, you know, especially with the Apex. But he obviously he just left. Somehow he must have disconnected somehow, and I wasn't expecting that. It's only because obviously I looked. Now he's just bringing down. He's just going to take this out. I mean, look at the devastating that they can do. But he's got fiends. They will get there eventually. Now they said once they're in the back, the Pitbull can't do anything. If you have 2 or 3 Pitbulls in a line, they will devastate quite a lot of, especially the T2, especially the fiends and that. You'd need something that could fire from a longer distance, unless you were rushing both ends, and that would be different. But there we go. So, I'm quite surprised he hasn't done GG yet, because he's got nothing. So what is him? This must be the gunships. Oh, it's the torpedo bombers. Sorry. So they'll only fire in the water, but they are devastating if they can find what they need to find. He won't be standing much chance against this. They must have seen him. Yeah, they've seen it. Here he comes. There we go. See, it doesn't take a lot to get rid of that. Hopefully you... Yeah, I'm disappointed that Apex wasn't actually in it for some reason. So I hope you enjoyed that. And come back again for another one soon. Bye for now.